I might get really grumpy if it rains all day. I'm going to be trying really hard to hold that in, but yeah, we'll see.
It makes me excited because this is all what I want to do, getting back out onto the hills on my bike.
Really keen to just get back out into the wild and stuff.
You know, there is that risk when doing something new and for the first time and hasn't been done before. Maybe it's not been done before for a reason. Maybe people tried and went, it can't be done.
So it'd be great to get back into that, into the hills, back into a bothy, and get that feeling of camaraderie with some mates.
I was born with spina bifida, which has affected my mobility and health my whole life. I also have a below knee amputation on my right leg.
So August 3rd, 2000, I got a virus and I was paralysed after contracting a virus in my spine. I was in Sicily. I was staying with a pal and I was working in a bar, and my legs kind of went a bit weird, like electric shocks, sort of up and down my legs, sat down, haven't stood up since.
Okay, so 4 years ago, I was out on my road cycle, and it was just an evening ride coming down a hill, and unfortunately a lady turned across me and knocked me off my bike. It was a T6 complete spinal cord injury, which means basically from here downwards I have no sensation, no movement, and no control of that part of my body.
The biggest challenge is accessibility and getting to the places I want to go, and having to have a lot of sort of forethought and problem solving. So if you're going to restaurants or shops or things like that, you need to try and think about places that you can park and places that you can get in and out of quite easily and independently.
Becoming a parent has sort of reawakened a bit of that kind of like anxiety about stuff that I'm not able to do, because I suppose for quite a long time I've tended to focus more on what I am able to do.
But what I've realised is that where before my accident I had the whole world and it was there to explore, that world has now become a lot smaller. So I've got to measure my efforts. I've got to think and plan ahead about everything that I do. I can't just spontaneously get up and go out the house, grab a rucksack and go like I used to do.
We are 3 different people with disabilities that are very different disabilities. I'm a bit worried that my frame of reference is different to theirs, and that what if we do get to stuff and go, oh, it's all good and well that I can do that, but what if they can't do that? Are we putting too much of a challenge in front of them?
Parts of it I'm apprehensive about because I'm away from my safety net, which is my home and my family and my wife. So I'm away with people that I don't really I'm not really with every day, and I've got to put my trust in those people.
Totally unfamiliar terrain, don't know the equipment that well, sort of don't know what it's capable of or when it's going to tip or anything like that, but you know, you just give it a go. What's the worst can happen?
Going off out into the wilderness as an adaptive cyclist, for example, on your own, it's a tricky one because, you know, if a piece of equipment fails, we have a mechanical problem, you know, it's not necessarily possible for us to walk that piece of equipment out or nurse that piece of equipment back to civilization. You know, with people with spinal cord injuries, there can be issues with temperature regulation or sensation, things like that. So you run the risk of, you know, people getting injured and not necessarily knowing that they have an injury until maybe later on. So yeah, so there's a lot of stuff to consider.
We've got waterproof robes.
Yeah.
That we're gonna, if we stop for any length of time, keeping people warm.
Yeah.
I wish I could bring these on a normal bus trip. Heated gilet.
Heated gilet, and there's
We've got another heated
gilet
gilet in there. Do you want to put them both together?
Well, yeah, that can do.
Yeah. So we've got 2 heated gilets.
Yeah.
you know how your body will thermoregulate. It'll be completely different from yours. Okay.
Well, I've noticed when I'm out, he's like, "Are you not roasting?" And I'm like, "No."
No, you're not, exactly. So you burn your metabolism a little bit different from Neil, and that's fine. Like I say, I would go slightly overdressed, okay? And if you end up too hot, you can take something off. Trying to get you heated up might be difficult.
Yeah, just thinking because it's easy enough on the top layer taking a pair of thermal trousers off in the middle of everywhere in the rain.
It's all good and well that we might be able to use our adaptive bikes and get there, but there are logistics and challenges of getting wheelchairs there, getting medical equipment or stuff that we need for our day-to-day lives, carrying all our kit.
As a disabled person, you can't really forget anything. You've got to have everything. It's difficult to adapt something when you're disabled. You've got to have it to hand. That's my sleeping mat, so it's a bit bigger than the.
Oh, fits well though.
And then pillow.
Oh, nice. Nice one. You've got your wee side bag now as well, which is really good. So a wee bit extra. Let's go! I'm ready. I've got food, that's all I need. I've got plenty of insulation.
Hot sauce.
Why do you have hot sauce?
With a bit of planning, with a bit of thought, with the right people around you and the right attitude, it's sort of amazing the things that we can overcome, and we can get to places and do things that even we might, you know, as disabled people ourselves think, oh, that's not possible to do that. Well, actually, it can be done. Do you know the great thing is, if you look at Caroline and John, they're not that nervous, which is good, I guess. If they were like coming to us going, oh, I'm really panicking, really nervous, that would make me more nervous. But I think they trust the process and they trust our planning. So I think, yeah, I'm feeling comfortable and confident.
Feeling really nervous, yeah. But I'll be okay.
I'm so excited. I'm totally just ready to go. Can't wait.
Actually, we're kind of normal people going doing a pretty cool thing that some people that don't have disabilities take for granted, but disabled people will say, I'd love to do that, but I don't know how, I wouldn't know how to start, it's not for me. We want to say, well, that isn't really the case actually. You don't have to have, you know, a huge support team necessarily or huge funding to make it happen. Actually, you can start small and you can decide what your Everest is, decide what your adventure is, and start to like grow from there. That's what I did, that's how I've got to here, and I want to help other people do that and then show others it can be done. If we can go into the Highlands on a trip and get into a bothy and stay there and then, you know, go through a small river and go through some really rough terrain, if we can do all that and survive that, getting into your local supermarket that has a step is nothing in comparison. I was there the first time John went on an electric assist hand cycle. But I've got a clip of him riding this hand cycle for the first time, and the smile on his face and seeing that the freedom that he felt in that moment is a really important actual moment in my life. Like it really, I've always wanted to kind of work with people and support people and help them develop, and that moment I realised, you know, maybe this piece of equipment is the key to doing that. It will help people get to these places.
So without e-assist, I wouldn't be able to get out there into the hills. So the development in the technology with the lithium batteries and the motors has allowed me as a disabled person to cycle again on off-road into the mountains.
The joy of being out there is getting to places you couldn't normally get to. So the advances in technology with electric assist equipment, whether that be adaptive bikes or off-road wheelchairs, are meaning that people can get further out into that wilderness, out into nature.
The more disabled people go out there to do it, the more there will be to do. So I think it's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy on that one. But it's important that people keep going out there and trying it.
If I had the roots, like, I think a lot of the time it's knowing that you're going to get out and you're not going to get stuck because there's a gate you can't open, there's a stile, there's an impassable point or whatever. Like, so what I would like to do is be able to get to the place where I can look up a route that's preferably someone else's wreckage and know that it's doable, and so like be able to go out with pals or with family or something, you know.
What I'm really excited about is actually seeing Carolyn and John's faces and the expressions on their face and their reactions to getting out into these places.
It's funny because like I was never like an avid hill walker or anything, but the thing I miss most about being in a chair is being in the hills. Getting a view, you know.
Well, that is pretty epic. I've missed this. I mean, I just love this country, right? I don't get to see this that much. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I've got a couple in the van. Go grab some.
We'll always do that thing now as well, like there's a kind of meme of it, you're driving along and you see like a gravel track going off and you're like, oh, I wonder what goes up there. And I think with these, that's like the thing as well. I look at hillsides and I'm like, there's a track on it. Oh,
yeah, no,
Yeah, all those nerves have gone now. I'm really happy. And the higher up we get, the happier I'll get, to be fair. Always happy in the hills.
I see a lot of these things for the first time because when I was younger and having a disability and I couldn't walk very far, I couldn't get to these places. So I always had kind of spent years thinking, this isn't for me, you know?
Yeah.
And then sitting with a mate up here, having a cup of tea, I'm like, I always wanted to do that. And now I can do it. Yeah, the best bit for me was when we were sitting on the mat, just looking out there, and you were, you know, in the nicest possible way, you could have got rid of everyone that was around us, and it was just sitting there like two mates up the hills, having their lunch. Yeah, you're making me all emotional. That was what I wanted, and that's what we got. It's good.
John, do you want a hand at all? You okay at the moment?
I'm alright, Mum.
Downward facing dog.
I had to get off my bike,
Yeah.
so I could stretch.
Yeah.
But then I knew I had to get back onto the bike,
Yeah.
and that's when I feel my most vulnerable as a disabled person. Right, stage one.
Okay, leg next.
Once I'm down on the floor, it's very, very difficult for me to get back up into my wheelchair without help, and that's where I'm going to need people around me that are able-bodied to help me get back onto my chair.
Just like that.
Yeah, in that moment, you know, you said that you felt you didn't feel disabled.
No.
And do you think that's like the equipment that's done that, or where you've got to, like, or getting back to a place you used to go to, kind of thing?
I wasn't thinking anything like that. I was just thinking that I'm out riding with a friend, and it just felt so natural. And I wasn't feeling stiff or.
It was easy.
Yeah, it was yeah, so easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just felt right. Normally, every day is a struggle for me, but you do that just for those little nuggets where you think, yeah, I've got this, this is good.
It's freedom, you know. It is. It's a freedom, a level of freedom that actually, as disabled people, very seldom, if ever, get the chance to experience.
It was tougher than I expected it to be, actually, because I think, I mean, I'm really new to biking. This is like my 4th time out, but I've done bigger distances and not been so tired. But I think the terrain really adds a huge element to that. Not being able to gauge how much further it was going to be, and sort of, because like John and I were talking about that thing that's like sort of like you need to be aware before it gets bad. Do you know what I mean? You need to be aware before you get too cold, because once you're at that point you can't bring it back. But like there's always in the back of my head something about like not just making it to where you're trying to get to, but have you got enough in you to get back? So I suppose here it's a bit different because you're heading for the bothy. But that thing about like making sure you've still got enough in the tank.
And there's Highland cows down there.
Oh yeah, so there is. They're right next to it.
We get bothy and Highland cows.
I think it's such a cool
It's
bothy.
loads bigger than I thought.
Oh, the bit that we're staying in is like the left-hand side of it. There's no roof over the right-hand side of it.
Right.
You can stay on the right-hand side if you want.
I think I'm looking at the right bit. You can basically just see a big grey splodge.
That's it.
That's it, that's bothy.
Places will meet me, welcome me in, and how they will greet me in Cathedral. The night round the angle, songs will be sung. Last I'll be here.
Going through the cows for me, going through the Highland cattle.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah. Luckily we sent Caroline first.
These are my mountains. This is my glen. The praise of my childhood. Know me again. No land ever claimed me. But I do roam.
going to a bothy, and bothies are old and they're not the most accessible buildings in the world. They weren't meant to be, they weren't designed for that.
These are my mountains. I'm going home.
Ooh, they've got a wrinkly fingers.
It's not fun enough.
It's like being in the bath.
Alright, okay.
Yeah, that's the one.
I'm just trying to save as much juice as possible. Pretty muddy.
Pretty muddy.
Lift and fall. It's my method.
Oh, smooth.
Right. Okay, I'm still behind you. Do you want me to let go? Oh, my back.
Fan's quite good.
1, 2, 3, go. No, okay. Right, so I'm doing it.
That's it, hang on.
No warning.
Yeah.
Right, hold on. I'll hold your jacket. Yeah.
That's it.
Right, happy days. Come back.
Reverse it.
Doing your leg, you got your leg.
Okay.
We've been to a bothy. When was the last time you were at a bothy?
I'll have to think. I'll have to think.
Was it, think it was long before your accident?
Oh, way before that.
Way before it.
Yeah.
So your accident was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So probably 6, 7 years ago, something like that, possibly.
Nice one.
Lisa might remember, yeah?
No, Lisa wouldn't stay in a bucket.
No, but she might remember. She's got
She might remember she got that free pass that you
Free
went up to a
weekend.
bothy and came back with a stinking hangover.
Going as long as we can. Level.
Ready? You see when?
Yeah.
Job done.
This is when you see the state of my
You've got your helmet here. Oh, Stefan, you're missing out on helmet here.
Oh, I've got the classic marks on
You got all the marks on your head.
I don't remember.
Oh, yes.
I've got it's the one that's sort of slightly curved.
Yeah.
Because you have to work balances. Yeah, it's just piece of number. I never realised that.
We got up here and something didn't work, the ramps didn't work.
Would have
We
found
still
a way.
got in.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
we would have
that's
been
where.
like bumping up the stairs on our arses. It's not, you know, glamorous stuff. But with the right people around you and the right kind of like attitude towards it, you can do. What you can't do is hit that first order and go, well, that's that ruined, I'm going to have to go home now. Did you bring hot sauce?
I did.
Did you bring sriracha?
Yeah. There it is.
Don't mix that up with your lip balm.
No. I also really like this approach to disability because, like, it is a lot of the time it is just problem solving. Like, the last 23 years have taught me anything. It's like usually you can do it.
Never another ride?
But also the bothy thing, because I think it is really special to be able to go and stay, you know, and then that whole like you wake up and you're out there, you know, like, and you can either continue or you can go back, you know. But
Yeah. Yeah, there is something about bothy. There's something about going with pals through beautiful scenery, getting a bit tired as well while you're at it, and then coming to like a dive that's leaking.
Yeah.
But
some
it's,
weird stuff on the wall.
there's some really odd stuff on the walls, and you know, there's
And yet
there's
you
a
can't think
draft.
of anywhere better to be.
But you cannot think of anywhere better to be because you're looking outside, you're seeing that view. But you know what I mean? It's like it seems like such a strange concept, but it works so well.
Here's your evening medication, sir.
Cheers.
Cheers. Ta. Cheers.
Do you get spinal cord envy?
Walkers, secret walkers,
Yeah.
people who are all like,
So
I have to use a chair, and then they go, oh, but I can.
I'm T6,
actually-
T6. You're what?
T11.
T11. So I'm so jealous of you by
Yeah.
six times. But what really impresses me is when I see people with a higher level of injury that can do more things than me. And I just think, wow, if you can do it, then I can do it.
One of the questions Neil asked me was just, you know, like kind of, can you look on your disability as a positive thing now?
I couldn't answer that question. I tried to make something up and I thought I can't make something up because it's not true.
I think because I've had so long in a chair now, I just see that I have two lives, and I have before life and I have after life, and there's good things about both of them, and they're both very different, but you know, I don't think it's made me a better person ending up paralysed, you know?
Paralysis.
That chair's going to slide, isn't it?
It's down.
The worst bit's over.
This is spinal cord endo, because you make it look so easy.
I've also been hurling myself around a lot longer now.
And to me that went really well.
They look pretty smooth, like.
Didn't crack into anything.
I didn't hear any bones snap.
My biggest concern is the overnight, really, making sure that I'm able to have a good night's sleep, and then that I'm able to get up and get off again in the morning without any real problems.
Yeah, I'll chuck you another one if you want it.
Is it over my legs?
Yes.
Yeah, that's all right.
A bit sticking out a bit, one of your feet sticking out a bit.
Saying as the fire died, the room got colder and colder. It started to creep into me. So by the time my alarm went off, I was shivering, but I made it through the night okay. Did get some sleep, and I can't really complain about it.
Full sleeping bag with a hood, so that was nice and toasty. But I did do a fair amount of wriggling about. Started on the bench, realised that wasn't going to work. Was on the floor trying to find a kind of comfortable position. But I got a few hours, I think, so it was okay.
I woke up having a staring contest with a mouse. So that was an interesting way to wake up. Don't know who was more scared, me or him. He scuttled off quicker than me though.
Basically, the thing that makes getting to the outdoors most difficult, I think, for most people with disabilities is the bathroom situation. And I think it's the thing that'll put most people off. And to be totally honest with you, this would have been a challenge without having some kind of setup to manage that. But it is doable.
You know, and going on these kind of trips, it's still the thing that makes me really nervous. You know, I've definitely not got a perfect solution yet, and I still have that worry about what things go wrong. And yeah, it's the thing that we don't really talk about a lot, because those who know, and those who don't know don't want to know. You know, it's the grimmer side of things that we're it's still pretty taboo to talk about. I guess it is a fine balance to get right for people. It's go and do stuff, but equally know that there are potential consequences, and you have to accept that you could have come away and done this, and the bumpiness and the time and all these things could cause a sore. And I guess that's at the back of your mind, isn't it? That
Yeah, I'm hoping that the bouncing along on the chair kind of keeps the blood flowing through your buttocks,
yeah,
and then you're not going to get any sores.
yeah.
Backwards, I've just put this bottle away.
Can I have e-brake as well, please?
Otherwise,
No? Okay. Fine, I'm just...
Looks like I'm just going for it.
No. Can I have an e-brake as well, please? I'm not going really, I'm kind of like just do rock and roll. If you kind of go in the middle, you could almost put your hands on my knees.
Okay.
And then we'll just go down together.
Okay.
Cool, yeah. Have a bit of slide.
Just a awkwardly camera in
Yeah,
there.
that's perfect. Thank you. Cheers.
You're going to try that first.
Like that, is it?
Hang on. Okay.
Look at that.
I knew that when I needed to ask, help would be given, but if I didn't ask, then
Just let you go on.
let me get on with it. But I was confident then to try things that I normally would have asked for help, because
You done
And
some
you-
amazing
I
transfers.
knew I'd got a little safety net behind me.
Yeah.
And what became the E-assist, the Earl assist.
just a wee
Where
bit.
you want? Where you want it? There.
Yeah.
Okay, I did this one.
Oh no, you're alright. I'll just fall in. But I will need them. Just let gravity do its thing.
Okay. We've been doing this over there. Okay, it's good.
But it's definitely, I mean, a huge part of it is also the being able to do stuff for yourself, you know? But like you said, like knowing that there's a bit of backup.
Cracking me up with your jokes as you is past. And less than halfway, we stopped to eat lunch in the grass. What's your favourite ice cream? Do you talk in your sleep? And if you were a vegetable, which one would you be? Ooh, I just wanna get to know you better. Ooh, do you think you wanna get to know me better? Who's your last love and where is she now? Do you think of her often? Why didn't it work out? Ooh, and if she wants you back, would you let her? Ooh, are you doing all you can to forget her?
And I was like, yeah!
Quite nice
It
about
felt
us,
really
like,
nice that you could do
that
it
we
as a
did it
team.
together and we got up that like tough bit.
Thank you.
That felt really good because it was kind of like it doesn't always need to be an able-bodied person.
I feel like walking away today. Will you take my hand and show me the way? We could leave them all behind, you know, without a care. The race down to the bottom, once more. Have we lost ourselves? Can we get it back?
That was pretty fast. I bottled one of the corners. Neil went away from me, unfortunately, because of that. Couldn't catch him. I'll let him win. He's worked hard this last few days. He needed some success. Yeah, some of the corners were very loose and gravelly, and I think that's when I was touching my brakes. Some of it was great. I was very conscious of the ditches to either side. I've come across those before, but not today.
Some days we feel like nothing we do is right. It's been replaced for most of our lives.
I don't feel like I've been out with disabled folk. I just feel that I've been out mountain biking with some pals who mountain bike a little bit closer to ground.
So that's what we've always said.
Basically, see when we were charging down that hill today, right? The three of us, right?
And you two were trying to keep up with me,
No, I don't remember that much. We were all over it. We couldn't get past. Anyway, but no, that bit when we were charging down the hill today, I just felt I was out with just a couple of mountain bikers.
Oh, it was super fun, but it was super bumpy. Oh boy. I was banging around all over the shop. But it was good. It was good. I was thinking there's no danger I was keeping pace with them because I'd just go flying. I'm not as heavy. That's why I came in third.
Now, I think this is really sort of technically fun. I think you'll enjoy this. Just because it's a bit of a thinker and you kind of, I like having to wonder where am I going to place my wheels and am I going to end up face first into a cow pat.
I quite like a bit of technical, I think. Having said I've done this 3 times before.
Oh my, that's quite high.
Oh my.
When you get to the other side, it's like a wall. So
So the other side we're going to need, at the other side,
So you'll not bump up that.
the other side you're going to need a shove either way.
Yeah.
We're going to be in the water with you.
I can't see shit, so
We're going to send Neil first, so.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah. Are you going to try to go fast?
I'm going to try and give it a bit of room to get
Yeah.
going. Ready?
Yeah.
Man, nicely done. It's a bit stressy, isn't it?
Right, we're going to stall it.
Yeah. No, you hit you throttled it exactly the right time, I would say.
Go on. Go on. All you.
Well done. How nerve-wracking was that?
Something like that.
No. Okay. We won't do the second one.
I don't like what I can't see. You know what I mean? And I couldn't see there at all. Yeah, a bit unnerving actually, because I couldn't see at all like what I was heading for. Didn't know how deep it was. Didn't like even with the guys going ahead, you know. It's all right. We made it through.
Made it.
John and I do have our own hand cycles and expensive bits of kit, and we're very lucky to have that. That's the thing that needs to be tackled. Is that like sort of financial?
If I was a
inequality.
pro cyclist, I'd have a £10,000 bike, and these cost twice that.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest problems though with the bikes is you don't just need a bike, you need something you can transport it in. So it's like you buy a bike and then you have to buy
Somewhere to keep it as well.
So there's lots of barriers to people coming out and doing it. And that's kind of what we were trying to do. Some of this is, take away some of those barriers for people, and it's what we want to do in other ways and what we do.
And that's fantastic. Like, I borrowed that bike. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't, that's, for me, that's fantastic. Because I didn't know that I was going to like this so much. Do you know what I mean? And like,
That's wrong.
you like, in order to even get to the point of trying, you need to either find somewhere where you can borrow a bit of kit, or you have to just invest on a wing and a prayer.
There's so many barriers to doing it. So many barriers, and we really need to start doing things to kind of take away as many of those barriers as possible, get people involved, because I think that's it. Once people try it, I think a lot of people will fall in love with it.
And I think this is like what's so great about what Neil's doing, right? Because like you have the group rides, where you can go along, you can turn up, you can borrow a bit of kit, you can go out for a bit, you can start small, get bigger. Then there might be possibilities of doing these kind of trips. It's like, and you can do all of that before making a 20 grand plus investment. Great, really great. I mean, it's been a total mixture. I think the route's been fantastic because it's given you a real flavour of like really different kinds of terrain. We've had different kinds of weather, like it gives you a real chance to like explore the capabilities of the bike. I did find the bothy quite hard, I'm not gonna lie. And I think I'm really glad that we did it. It's a really great experience to have. I think I might go a bit more creature comforts next time, but yeah, what a trip! It's amazing.
For me, it's brought me back to the things I used to do, and it didn't disappoint.
It definitely felt like an adventure though. I mean, like kind of like not your run of the mill. You would get this.
Not
on a regular organised trip.
It was good. I'm really glad everyone's got something from it. I know I certainly have. I feel a lot more confident for us to plan other things as well, and to kind of now have a better gauge of what can and can't be done.
You're welcome.
Well done.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I pray for God of wind.
Yeah, well done, guys.
Chief organiser. I just nicked his bike. Take a tray.
Yeah.
Didn't do on with Bill, and I thought.
Getting fist bumps all round.
Helmet.
Good job.
Just so nice to be out in Scotland.
That which is on our doorstep. Denny, I'll have to dive over and give you a hug. Footsteps now falling off.
It's no gas mat. Well done, mate. Good job.
Thank you.
We did it.
It happened.
It happened.
Yeah, can we all go and like sleep for a week now? It's like, yeah.
Thank you guys for
Yeah, we're trusting us to do it.
Thank you. It's been effort.
That's a huge ask, and you guys really delivered on that. So, thank you very much.
Cheers.
Yeah, plans indeed.
Cheers.
And without.
Cheers. Cheers.
Booyah! That is not going in. If that's the end shot, I will cry.
How's my hair? Is it okay?
You don't want the windswept look from me, Stefan. A wee curl flickering in there. I'm great. I came up with this idea and I want to make other disabled people's lives better. Don't put that in the bloopers because I know it's still recorded. I'm great, aren't I? I massage my own ego by making other disabled people go and do things that are out of their comfort zone.
The size of those windows.
They are massive. They are huge.
I think I'd probably get a bigger front tyre.
So you can get a bigger wake when you go through those puddles and splash.
I think you're into a lot of small lakes. Sorry, locks.
3.8. I mean, yeah, you could probably go on. You could probably go on the lake and just skim across the top.
I think so. Yeah. What was your worst thing?
Putting my foot in a massive cow path.
You didn't even notice.
Actually, that's probably was more embarrassing about it. Worse, Caroline had to tell me you've just stuck your foot in a massive cow
It
path.
was really the squidgy bit
And it
as
was a
well.
big squidgy green one. I was like, oh.